I thought it might be useful to talk about dairy alternatives because I get asked the question quite often. From a nutritional point of view, they typically don't tend to match dairy from protein, fat, and carb content, but there are lots of reasons people choose to use an alternative. I think the biggest things to watch for are sugar, because that's often added for palatability, but also thickeners, emulsifiers, and stabilizers. So try and buy those or purchase those that don't have such things added to them. What I thought was quite interesting actually about this particular topic when I was researching it was the environmental impact of these milk alternatives, and I was quite shocked actually. Specifically, coconut is grown only in tropical climates, so of course the demand, this global demand on these milks has meant that a lot of rainforest destruction has occurred in order to plant coconuts. And also it seems that exploitation of local workers is a common issue with coconut growing. Almond production uses more water than any other dairy alternative. Commercial bees are put to work to pollinate almond plantations, and evidently enormous numbers of these bees die due to the pressures on them, not only the environmental threats that they encounter when they're pollinating, but also the pressure of the work involved. Rice milk is incredibly polluting, so it uses enormous amounts of water as well. It produces more greenhouse emissions than any other milk alternative, and creates a lot of polluted waterways because so many fertilizers are used for production of milk, of rice milk. Cashew, which is not very sustainable because it's a low yielding crop. There's oat. Oat seems to be very gentle on the environment, but it's pretty much a carb. It's a high sugar milk. Hemp is not bad either. It's also not very taxing on the environment, and it has a better profile, so more fat in there, more protein in there, so that's a good option. And then hazelnut, lastly, is actually reduces greenhouse emissions. It tends to grow where water supply isn't an issue, and also it's wind pollinated. It has a decent profile. It's got it's fairly low carb, it's got a bit of protein, and it's got a bit of fat in it. So I think probably hemp and hazelnut, I would say, are the best choices. Hazelnut's probably closest to milk from a profile point of view, but hemp, oat, and hazelnut are all very gentle on the environment as well. So hopefully that's been useful to you, and until next time, take care.